What's up everyone? This is a review for the AquaClear 50. This is for up to a 50-gallon fish tank. It has 3 stages of filtration. There is a mechanical, chemical, and a biological. It has 3 stages of filtration. There is a mechanical, chemical, and biological. So, let's open up the box. Inside, you have the instructions. And inside we have the box with the filtration inserts with the media that's inside there. And there's the lid. We have the U. And there's 2 intake tubes. And then there's the filter housing. And inside here we have the media basket. And then you have this little thing. Not quite sure what it's called, but it actually goes right here, and it will be used to adjust the distance that the housing sits from the tank. Now let's open the filtration media box. First thing that comes out is the filtration sponge. And we have the activated carbon. And there's the Biomax media and a filtration sock or bag, whatever you want to call it, that the Biomax media goes into. And it actually then has a little tab to actually help you close it. So we're going to start, show you how we're going to assemble the media in the media basket. So we're going to put the sponge goes in the very bottom, like so. Then you'd actually put the carbon media on top of that, and the bio media goes on top of this, like that. But I don't usually use the carbon media, so I will not be using it for this. I like to replace it with polyfill, because it'll actually help kind of polish the water and go from there. So I'll actually go foam, polyfill, and then the biomedia. Okay, let's start the assembly of everything. So I'm going to put this aside for right now, and I'm going to show you how to put the biomedia into the bag and then lock it closed. I do recommend when you do this part that you actually do it over a box like I'm about ready to do, or you do it over a sink, because this can get pretty messy. Okay. Let's open the biomedia box. Come like that. So now I got it open. I basically put the bag actually inside, like so. Oops. As I said earlier, you can see how dusty it got. That's why I like to do it over that. So the next step is slide this down. And I like to give it a little room so you can actually spread it out a little easier when it's in the basket. There you go. And next up, I'll just cut off a little bit of this. I don't cut all of it off because I want to, if I ever need to put a little more media in there, I can at a later date. Now the next step of all this is actually thoroughly go and rinse the media off, the sponge off, the cartridge off, the housing, the filtration housing. All of this we should go and rinse off really quick because you just want to get all the dust and stuff and anything out of it as possible. If you're going to do the carbon instead of the filter floss, you definitely want to make sure you rinse it off. Okay, now that I have everything rinsed off, let's start disassembling. So, as I said earlier, the first thing is the sponge goes in here like so. And I do find it easier to basically get this in here and then actually insert the media basket in, like so. And when it's in the correct place, you'll actually kind of hear it click. And then the next step is basically, as I said, this is the polyfit. Insert it in like so. And then the biomedia goes on top of that. So that is all the media in there. Let's get sponges in all the way down. So there you go. Now the next step is, got the U-tubing, and this is actually going to go in, this side's going to go inside the housing. So you're going to put it in. And you will hear it click into place. So it needs to click here and click down here. And this is actually how you'd adjust the flow. So you're going to move it just like so. That's low flow, and that'll be high flow. And after that, you can add your tubing. And you could just want to add one, or you might want to add both of them. And this is determining how deep your aquarium tank is. So now that we have it all assembled, let's go and take it to the aquarium and get it all set up. So now that we have the filter all set up, it's time to put it in the tank. So we're going to put it in like this. As I said, you've got the little adjustment in the back that will allow you to level it. And that actually looks pretty level. So before we plug it in, we want to make sure we actually put water in to actually help it prime. So let's go and start that. I like to fill it up until I actually see it start to flow over the top. Just like so. So now that we've completed that task, we can go and plug it in. So it's starting to fill stuff. So now you're actually starting to see it flow over. There we go. And I like to add one additional thing to the bottom of this. is an inlet filter. And it's basically any fry or any small particles. It does like a little pre-filtration that actually helps a little better. So just put it on like so. And then this gives you just a little bit more filtration. And the very last thing is you put the cap on. And that is basically it. And to give you an idea, this is my 4th AquaClear filter. So, see you next time. And so what I'm going to do next time is I actually have, let me show you this little tank right here. I'm going to do a betta tank with that tank and actually do a whole, show you how I've done it from start to beginning. Until next time, later.